Hello everyone, it's Livia here, aka Story Minded, and I want to make a tips for first year at university video for people who might be starting their first year at university. I've got 10 tips that I'd like to share. I've recently just finished my teaching block 1, semester 1, whatever you want to call it, at university, and I'm currently on winter break. I thought it'd be really nice to sort of review some of the things I've done to sort of help my transition to university. I can't provide any advice, unfortunately, about student housing because I personally commute from home, so that whole side of university life is like a complete mystery to me. But what I can do is suggest that whatever university you're thinking of going to, if you go onto their website, there's like a wealth of information on university websites, and they'll probably have a section about student financing, and they'll probably have an email link, so you can either contact their department directly, or you can send just their admin team an email and they'll get back to you. So my first tip, I'm sorry, I'm going to be glancing over the notebook because I wrote them down so I don't forget. My first tip is find out about the travel services your university has to offer. I'm really lucky with my university. So long as I have my ID card with me, I get the university bus for free, which is amazing because it saves on cost travelling back and forth. If you find out whatever university you're planning on going to, there's probably once again a section on their website. It can really help save on those finances and costs. Tip number 2, wear your ID badge. When you're going from class to class, it might be different for every university, but I know that a lot of universities now have this system in place. The way they record attendance is through your ID badge. So we have to scan in electronically at the start of our lectures or seminars, and that's how they can track our attendance. So many students don't bother to wear their ID cards, and you see them rummaging through their bags, and it's just save yourself time and issue and hassle, and just buy yourself a lanyard, little card holder, and you're good to go. And also, if I didn't take my ID badge with me, I wouldn't be able to use the bus. I wouldn't be able to access the library, which is helpful because you'll see why. Because tip number 3 is please visit your university library. No matter what course you're on, what you're studying, you will have assignments. And those assignments, more likely than not, are going to require research. One of the best places you can go and visit in your first few weeks is your university library. It's probably going to be wonderful. There's so many books, so many different facilities that your university library offers. Just go and pick yourself up. They should have they should have like a little reference booklet to help you with referencing, which is a whole nother minefield in itself. So tip number 4, don't stress. Now that I've said that, don't stress about your first year assignments. First year technically doesn't count towards your degree level, but that doesn't mean you should just take it as like a year to do nothing and as a free pass. You still need to hit at least 40% on all of your assignments to progress to second year, and also use it as a year to experiment and just have a bit of fun with different opportunities. Like personally for my course, English and Creative Writing, there was an assignment where we had a creative option, and I've never done anything like that before, but I thought as first year I might as well give it a go, and I did really well and managed to somehow get a first. I don't know how I managed it, but I'm going to probably talk about my assignments in different videos and stuff. But just have a bit of fun, don't stress too much about it. Your lecturers are going to understand that it's your first year, you're learning, they're going to be supportive, they're going to give you really helpful feedback. Take the feedback to heart and then just improve and it'll be fine. Tip number 5, see what societies and clubs are available. Don't be a sad person like me and don't join any. I really wanted to, but the ones that I really wanted to enjoy too, well, there were 2. There was a tap dance society that I would have loved to have joined, but I think they've disbanded, so they weren't there anymore, which broke my heart because I really wanted to learn something new. And the other one was the equestrian society, but time constraints and finances, I was like, this is probably not a smart idea, so I ended up not joining any clubs or societies. But see what's available. You might be able to make some new friends, learn new skills, go for it. And that would be like during your freshers fair where you can go and see them all. Tip number 6, consider evening classes. If your university offers any evening classes, I highly recommend that you look into them to see if there's anything that grabs your interest. I'm so lucky and so happy that I chose to do British Sign Language. I do an evening class on a Wednesday. I'm doing grade 1 of British Sign Language. I absolutely love it, and potentially this is now the direction that I want to go in. I want to try and maybe become a BSL interpreter. I love it so much. So any evening classes, check them out if your university offers them. And it's completely free. This one is. The language classes, it's amazing, they're completely free. Number 7, make yourself known to your career service. This is something that I need to do, like, this year. It can be quite overwhelming when you first start uni. It's a lot of new changes. You're probably going through a lot of different things, and careers can be like the last thing in your mind. But your career service at university is probably going to be amazing. Even if you just, what I've done for now is just sort of signed up, so they'll send you like part-time job links, even though I'm not looking for one at the moment, and they just have like lots of information to help you. So do try to even just connect with them somehow, just so you make yourself known, and they'll be able to provide you with lots of different job opportunities in the area that you're interested in or the area that you're thinking about. They can set up work placements, everything. And tip number 8, don't burn yourself out. It can be so easy in your first year to feel so overwhelmed that you end up burning yourself out. You will have a lot of work to do. If you're doing an English and creative writing course like I am, the amount of reading you have to do is a big step up, but you shouldn't let that worry you. It's a really good experience. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I'm going to be making probably other videos about it to go into a bit more detail about that, but do try to carve some time for yourself just to relax. Otherwise, if you give 110% to everything, you're just going to wipe yourself out. Number 9, join an online welcome group. This is something that I did before I started university. There were these welcome groups that we could join, and it was really nice just to chat to some other students, because that period before you actually start university feels like an eternity. If eternity had a baby that was an exact replica of itself, that is what it feels like before you go to university. It's just this endless time where you're like starting to get those pre-nerves and you're like, I just want to be there now, but I also don't. But it was a really lovely way to chat to some people and just like sort of settle those nerves and connect with people. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet the people in my welcome group because they're all doing different courses and our group never arranged to meet up, but it was still really nice to just do that before I started. And then my final tip, tip 10, organisation is the key to success. I'm talking diaries, deadline tables, reading lists, Moodle. Your university will have an online platform known as Moodle, most likely. Please, please, please look at it and use it. They have all the resources, all the information you need, all the electronic handbooks for your different modules and units at uni. Just look on there. It will have everything. Too many times when I started, I was in seminars and like I would have done the reading, and then there'll be other students who are like, I didn't know we had to do this, and it's like, it's on Moodle. Your lecturers tell you to go on Moodle for a reason. It's like on Moodle, all the lists and everything, so don't be caught out by that. Personally, for me, when I started college, was the first time I got myself an academic diary, and that really helps me to plan. So in my academic diary, I will write down for every single day what my timetable is for that day. You get it electronically, but I like having the paper copy as well, because then I can just flick open to it and be like, right, I'm in this building at that time, then this time I'm going there, and you can plan if you have some time in between lessons. You might want to go to your library or go somewhere else, and it just really helps to keep track of time. I created my own deadline timetables. This is for my essays, so I know exactly when every single assignment is due in. And I've actually like numbered them, so I know what order I would want to do them in. Reading lists, once again, that's connected with Moodle. All your reading lists, either your lecturers, well, once again, this depends what course you're on, but obviously for English and creative writing, we have reading lists. So your lecturer will either give you a paper copy, but there will also be electronic copies on Moodle. Make sure you read them. University is a very independent way of studying, and your lecturers aren't going to tell you necessarily what order you're going to be reading in. That's up for you to go on, find out, and work out what you have to read and by when. So what I need to do today is organise it for my teaching block 2 reading to start, even if you just write a list, like an electronic list on a Word document, so I know exactly what I need to read by what week. Because weeks are very weird at uni. You'll start to number them, and it helps you to know, right, week 2, week 3, when's this, when do I have to read this by, when do I have to do this seminar prep. But once again, I'm probably going to make some more videos specific to English and creative writing to talk more about that. But anyway, if anyone's watched this, thank you, and if you have any questions about university, I'll try my best to answer them. I'll be happy to help. Just leave your questions down below, and looking forward to making more of these videos. Bye.